So I appreciate that. So I want to tell you a couple message from Japanese fans. I'd like to tell 3 of you that I love you. You're the best in the world.
Awesome.
So myself, who are the other 2?
The table,
Right.
and the staircase.
Key grip and our gaffer. I got it.
Please come to Japan. We'll be waiting. I miss Supernatural. This will be the final season, but I was so happy to meet you all. Now I have a Supernatural in my life. Thank you.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Roll 36, I go take 1. Yep. Charlie Mark. Frame.
Set.
And let's see. Yep. And she's approaching. Oh shit. And Brad.
Not today, bitch.
About time.
Chocolate with a bell.
She just, hold on, she just spits out. Okay, she's gonna go take care of that. And, okay, great. And go for the gun. Fire. And new gun. And fire. Here she comes. Spell, spell, spell. Oh, sneak a peek at her. Tackle. Cut.
Hello, Supernatural fans in Japan. I'm Jensen Ackles. I want to thank you so much for watching the show, supporting us, and I truly hope you enjoy the final season of Supernatural.
And then,
Oh, boy, that tastes bad.
other than the best, Onikor, and you put your budget door,
And then I'll
As
pause.
long
It's
as you
probably
do.
better if you're covering though, isn't it? Because if you are under, then if I even so much as open my mouth, it reveals that there's nothing in there.
Sure. Alternately, we could do a bit where we just do leading up to the blood. Probably like the last.
Yeah, and action.
I only do the best. Okay. Oh, ecco. Il mio putrefacciatore. Exsanguine fragante, te invoco.
Freeze and Trish.
You good? Do you want another layer of clothing? It's fun to wrestle in cashmere. Yeah, you too.
Action still strong.
Exsanguine fragante, te invoco.
You're dead. Cut.
Hello, Supernatural fans in Japan. I am Jared Padalecki. It's been my honor and pleasure to play Sam Winchester in Supernatural for the last 14 years. It's brought me great joy, and I hope it's brought you great joy as well. And I hope you enjoy our final season of Supernatural.
I know you've been filming, you've done so many shows, I mean so many episodes in the last 15, 14 years.
Yeah, sorry.
Which episode is the most impressive episode for you guys in the last 15 years?
It's a hard question to answer, considering that we're, well over 300. I don't know. It's tough to pick. I would say some of the ones that one of the many that stand out to me, it comes to mind is the episode Baby, which was the whole episode was from the perspective of the car, and it was just such a unique thing to do in a show that had been on for so long, and to still come up with ideas that were out of the box. I applaud the writers and the showrunner for that creativity, and then I also applaud the crew for being able to film the show in a way that had not been captured before. It was fun for Jared and I because we're sitting in the car and there's no crew around us. Not that we don't love their company, but it was just it was odd us turning on all the cameras and marking the slate and turning on the audio equipment, and we were doing all that by ourselves in the car down the road, far away from any other film technician, and that was just such a unique experience that really jumps out in my mind as being one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, I agree. It's so difficult to kind of just identify one, but I'm going to cheat and choose two. One is the pilot, and he and I have talked about this, like going back to the pilot and seeing what launched this whole 15-year-long, 327-episode series and this family that we've all built together. You go back and you watch the pilot, and you're like, oh, cool, this is going to be a good show. And then the next one that sticks out in my mind is The French Mistake. The fact that in season 6, 7, whatever, 6. Oh yeah, season 6. No. The fact that in season 6 we can do an episode about us playing Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki and still go for 9 more years without pissing off the fans. It says a lot about the fandom and the family that's been built around this show. So I think the pilot and French Mistake really stick out to me.
I feel like we've tried to jump the shark
so many times.
11 times at least.
At least this week.
Right, and now we've just turned into a circus act of jumping sharks.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the pilot episode, but if you could meet yourself in season 1, do you have any message or something you like to tell yourself at the time?
Sunscreen.
Don't get older. Buy Bitcoin. No, I feel like if I'll start this out. I feel like if I could go back to 2005 and meet the 22-year-old version of Jared Padalecki. I think if I could say one thing to him, it would be to slow down. Knowing that the end is in sight, knowing that we have, starting tomorrow, just 13 episodes left to film of Supernatural, I wish I had taken more time to really appreciate, that people say, stop and smell the roses, or whatever it is. I wish I had a journal, I wish I had taken more time, because so much happens in a month, so much happens in a year, so much happens and has happened in 14, 15 years that I wish I had taken more time to step back and enjoy the ride as opposed to just working and working and working and working and working. So I guess I'd say slow down. And one of the best pieces of advice I got on my wedding day was somebody said to me, hey, at some point in time, take Genevieve and just leave the dance floor and just look around. And that's it. Just the two of you, just look around because this is going to be a really special moment. And I think I wish I'd done that more often. Hindsight is 20/20. So, yeah, I just wish I'd taken more time to appreciate what was going on. But you don't know in the moment. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's certainly. I mean, reminding myself to continually earn this. I think is something. Not to say that I don't believe I have, but I feel like there were different ways that I could have relished in what an experience this has been. He and I we're worker bees. We keep our heads down and we work hard and we take pride in our work and we take pride in those that we work with. And I think Jared's right. Sometimes we forget to look up and appreciate the work that we've done. That and also start collecting things on set. Hello, Japan.
I'm Jared Padalecki.
And I'm Jensen Ackles.
Please watch the new season of Supernatural
On Blu-ray, DVD, and digital.
Welcome to the end.
If we win this, we're free.
Hey, Casper!
That looks like a woman in white.
We sent her to hell years ago.
She could be back now.
If she's back, they'd all be back.
It's just us.
You and me versus every soul in hell. I like those odds.
We got work to do.
Hey, stay with me as I have more on superhero movies. Now, Gal Gadot and Jason Momoa very nearly ended up in the MCU. Now, Momoa was going to be cast as Drax, but Marvel were unwilling to pay him what he wanted. And meanwhile, Gal Gadot was offered the chance to play Nebula. Now, that would have left the Justice League looking very different. Now, do you like my t-shirt? You can get one too. The link is in the description.